So a week to go to the cup final, or less than a week. We're in the week of the cup final, and the pressure's sort of mounting on myself to pick the lads. And I think, like last year, the idea is to be loyal to the lads who've played all season, the lads who've turned up. What I struggle with at times like this, of course, everybody's going to want to play, but for me, I want to stay to those people who've stuck around, who've played as much as they can, and then weigh that in with, it was me who told Adam and Gary to step back and not get injured. It was me who told people to rest up and prioritise the cup. So it's really important that lads understand that I'm doing my best to be as fair as possible, but also to try and win the game. Sorgal are a good side. They're younger than us, they're fitter than us, so we have to go and try and play our game and not panic. Blaken's going to be a beautiful pitch, and hopefully, with a bit of luck and a certain rub of the green, we can get the result we're after and we can retain the cup.
So, here we are, Blaken. The sun is out, the pitch is getting freshly prepared, but there's hardly anyone here yet. So, while we wait, let's cast our minds back and have an old Ye history lesson about the games between the mighty Dee and their opponents today, Sorgal. This tale starts back on a windy away day in November, on Remembrance Sunday. Sock tape aside, the game went on to be a tight one, and after going a goal down early into the game, the Dee fought back to grab an equaliser. Or, so they thought, after the Sorgal keeper handled it outside of his box, and with the goal at the Dee's mercy, the ref then blew his whistle, and after a lengthy discussion, the luck of the Sorgal keeper continued, as he only got a yellow. So, not only did the Dee's equaliser not count, the numbers were also equal. But after some good work from the Dee, they finally got their equaliser, then let one in early in the second half, to narrowly lose 2-1. And in the return fixture a few months ago, the mighty Dee also lost once again. However, that doesn't really matter too much, as Section A was far too out of reach at that point. However, the point we're trying to get across here is that history has taught us that these games between the two sides are usually very close, and with Sorgal demolishing Tatton Hall 7-0 in the semi-final to get here, the momentum is definitely with the young side coming into this final. But will history repeat itself, or will the Dee retain the cup? Only time will tell, but for now, a few more lads have arrived, so let's see how they're feeling.
Hopefully Zach's not fucking angry. Calm down, we'll have You're the one this morning.
With Zach's anger management techniques being questioned, it's just dawned on us that we're missing someone. That someone being Adam. It turns out he's away on a fishing trip. And with the final aside, we're all keen to keep you updated on how his fishing trip is going throughout this episode, but Adam is rather camera shy at the best of times, so it looks like the final will have to do.
No, last time we had a game here I had a broken ankle. Yeah, I didn't get to play, did I?
We went 2-0 up and he shit the bed.
Yeah,
when Jace broke his leg, he was manager. Put the twins up front, they both scored 2-0 up in 10-15 minutes, and he just went, defend! And this is the whole system.
I didn't say defend.
We got beat 5-2.
I dropped Gaz back, and then they had the lad about this big, and he scored then to score there first. I swear to God, he's about that big.
Joey Cousins, it was.
I mean, they were a good side. It's not like we completely shit the bed. They were a good side. But about 10 to kick off, they were asking us if we had a spare kit. Nobody turned up with their kits.
Well, shitting the bed aside, with everyone finally here, let's head to the changing rooms.
You edit that as well. You fuck off with that camera.
Come on, get these.
It's my fucking belly, innit?
Give us a twirl, pal.
I'm gonna ask. I'm 6'4", I've got to put my underarm on.
That's why Gaz is in round the corner, innit?
I never noticed you, but I also look at your tats.
Take that to me.
Jealousy, Sam, just because you're a fan.
As always, Dowdy is happy to see us, but something tells us he might have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Why else?
Why are you so angry now? How?
No, I'm not getting out.
Oh, he's not. It's not fair.
I'm sitting down. I love you, Dad.
Make sure that goes in the video.
While Connor continues to wind Dowdy up, things are a bit more peaceful outside as Dan sets his cones out ahead of the warm-up. But it's fair to say the lads have their concerns already.
Mate, it's nice and basic.
Basic? It has to be for us. Give it a dig. First time we feel good.
Mate, if anyone fucks it up, like, you know, at the end of the day, the kids do this warm-up, mate. Captain should do it, to be honest, really. He's there.
With everyone finally noticing Jordan is actually here, it's time to get the drill underway. I have a slight feeling this isn't going to go as planned.
Literally, just go and get a pass, give it straight back to them and find someone else. Simple as that. Do you want me to show you? You're not got it.
Sam, you might need to show
Sam looks confused.
There you go. No, Sam, you're meant to move, mate.
I'll just play with you.
I'd be better if we knew who the fuck was up for.
I'm not going.
Right.
If I just stay in the box.
Do 10 passes and then just switch it. So I go outside to him.
Sam keeps looking this way as though he's back.
It turns out that feeling was right, as Sam's quite literally in a passing world of his own. But at least he's enjoying himself.
Go.
On my age there, about fucking 80 on it.
Go. Go.
Myself as well.
There's 6 in here. You 6 over there. Good, there's 2 lines, mate. You're captain.
Cast is full.
On the outside, then 3 unfortunately.
So, with the majority of the team knackered already, and Sam still chasing his last pass, there's just enough time for some stretches.
Well, lads, just to finish off before Ryan comes. Yeah, let's have two groups, yeah? Some up there, some here, some over there.
And you guessed it, some more passing.
Oh, you've wrecked the cone. Just do 5 press-ups for that. Dan, you've got to do 5 press-ups for ruining the cone.
However, that was quickly abandoned, and it's back to the changing rooms for any last-minute preparations. Let's hear what Ryan has to say.
He'll put a 10 then.
Right, listen up, boys.
I've got a 10, but we've won.
First up, obviously it goes without saying it's a big game. We know these are going to be up for it. We know these are young lads who like to move the ball around well. It's going to be a good pitch today. Okay, so we can do the same. We get the ball on the ground, we move it around. There's no excuses today for anybody not running. No excuses for anybody not working hard, not battling for every single ball, every loose ball, every single individual challenge. Okay, every one of us has got to be up for it from the very, very beginning. Right, the first whistle, we've got to get at them. These will come into this very confident. They've beaten us twice in the league. But I've looked at those team sheets, boys, and there's a lot of lads missing. Okay, we're going out there today as strong as we can, and we're going to go for it from the very first whistle. I need to hear voices from the first whistle. I need to hear communication. I need to hear people wanting the football all the time. Get yourself on a ball, take a risk, gamble for each other, support each other, get back and help if you have to. All right, listen to your shouts from your captains, from your centre backs. We've got to help each other. We defend first, and we attack together. All right, big game for us. It goes without saying. You've got to go out and enjoy it. All right, if you enjoy it, you play better football. Let's get the ball down and work for one another. First 10-15 minutes, couple of pot shots, just see what's there. Gary, smash one, Liam, smash one, just see how they float towards the keeper. Is he confident with us taking shots at him? When we played him in the league, he should have been sent off. He didn't fancy it. All right, there's a reason for that.
You say Liam.
Have a shot.
Yeah, scoring form, mate. He's scoring every week at the minute.
6-yard box.
Well, you know, shot's a shot. Come on, seriously though, boys, let's get up for it from the very beginning, yeah? We're going to start, obviously, Dowdy's in goal. Back 4, Jordan, Sam, Jason and Pez. Midfield 3, Liam, Zach and Max. Front 3, Gary in the middle, with Sam one side of him and Drew on the other. Okay? Got to get the ball out to the wings. If we're putting the ball in the air, get close to Gary. Right, let's take a chance. Let's really gamble off those loose balls and go for it together. If you see people going and you have to cover first and we'll deal with it later. All right, we'll get our shape afterwards. We cannot allow these to break at us with pace and leave us 1v1 or 2v2. Okay, we have to be in charge.
Sam's up front and this one's at the back.
Okay, Come on, let's find a voice early on and let's get up for it. Come on.
So, with the team talk out the way, the time for talk is finally over. Let's see what this final has in store. Some silverware would be nice. So, we start the action over this far side with the Sorghul number 9. He squares up Pez and takes him for an early run. Thankfully, his cutback, however, is smuggled behind for an early corner. Now, can the lads defend an early set piece into the box? We're not quite sure what the ref spotted there, but the ref's given a free kick. That's one way to defend the corner, I guess.
Go on, Sam, drive! Go on, go on. Sam, do it now! Well played! Unlucky, Sam.
Back to the action, however. Inspired by the number 9's run before, new signing Sam gets on his bike and crosses a lovely ball back post. However, no one in blue could get on the end of it. Meanwhile, something tells me the Lino is trying to get the ref's attention.
Track it, Lee! Go on, lads! Terry! Play, Liam. Terry! He's gone out and played. He's gone out and played. Yes, throw it. Blue ball.
After someone thankfully let Terry know that the ball had gone out of play, nothing really happened from it, but it sure was funny. Meanwhile, both teams are still trying to get a foothold in this game. Isn't that right, Max?
Go on, switch it.
It's that final ball, isn't it, boys? The final ball needs to be better.
Ryan's right. The final ball needs to be better. But that goes for both teams. However, here comes the number 9 once again. After the 9's mazy drive, his effort is deflected into the side netting, which means the D have a corner to defend.
Well done, Dowdy.
After Dowdy's punch, the D are camped in their own box for another corner this time. After defending the corner, Sam has taken a knock to the head, and much to the frustration of Sorghul, the ref has rightly stopped the game to make sure Sam's okay. While that's going on, ironically, the Sorghul keeper has lost his head, and had one too many words to say to the 4th official, and could find himself sin-binned.
I don't know what's going to happen, mate, but he's fucking very generous. He gets an off.
After some confusion on the sidelines, and a lengthy discussion with the ref has decided not to sin-bin him after all. History has only gone and repeated itself once again, with the keeper being very lucky to stay on the pitch. Now, let's get back on with the football, shall we? Or not. It looks like the number 9 has lost his head this time, but will he get sin-binned?
Hey Rangers! Hey! We don't lose our heads now! Everyone's got to focus! We've been second to the ball so far!
And just like that, Sorghul are a man down for now. You could argue, what's the difference between the descent from the number 9 compared to the keepers, as if surely if the number 9 was sin-binned, it'd only be fair if the keeper received the same punishment. But that's me trying to apply logic and sense to a game that doesn't require much logic and sense at times. But regardless, can the D make the man advantage count?
Yes, well done! Yes, superb! Can't even remember, mate, you've got to watch that line!
Well, we put the ball in the back of the net, but sadly Gaz was offside. But it was definitely better just before the water break.
We've got against 10 men, so just have a little gamble, have a little go. The passing's got to be better, okay? That last final ball's got to be slicker. We can set Sam away, we can set Drew away, get into Gary's feet. But every time we're asking that little bit too much, that yard or two too much. It's just got to be a little bit better. Extra 10%, boys, and we're in here, okay? Just keep working for each other.
With the water break out the way, let's see if the D can find that extra 10% needed and make that man advantage count.
Well done, Liam. Foul. You alright? Ref, gone to the back of him. Craig, warm up.
Well, after that aerial battle, Liam has gone down, but more worryingly, he stayed down. And as we watch it back, it doesn't look promising at all. And as a member of the Bad Ankle crew myself, it's definitely a painful one. So, our apologies go out to any other members who were affected by seeing it back in slow motion just then. But other than that, Liam's had a really good season, so this would be a big loss for any game, especially a cup final. Despite there being roll-on, roll-off subs today, it sadly looks like it's the last we will see of Liam, as Craig is getting ready to come on for him. With Craig on the pitch, we're back underway once again.
Brains that they put it in just for the final.
Okay, scratch that, we've stopped again. And after that foul, Sorg will have a chance to possibly test the D defence.
It's got to be at least that thing. I think Sean will do. Just keep an eye on it.
Get that ball. No. Boys, a loose ball in the 18's not good enough.
So, despite being a man down, Sorg will have scored to make it 1-0. This final really hasn't got going yet, and to be honest, neither have the D, so a big reaction is needed. So let's hope this goal wakes us up. Please?
Yeah. Well done, Sam. Every time. Oh, is he, ref? Yeah. One. Finish.
That was definitely more like it. However, an important save from the keeper means the score stays at 1-0. And not that we can see much now, but the D have the ball back with a throw of this near side in a promising area. But the question is, can they make it count?
Yeah, go on! Go on! Put it back, put it back, put it back! Yeah, right. Superb! Danny, superb! Hey! Keep your heads down, Rangers! Come on! Keep your heads and focus now! Don't let go on.
We sure can, and just like that, the sleepy D are potentially starting to wake up now. However, here comes Sorgel down the other end.
Well done, Matt! Well in, Dowdy! Step out! Step out! Step out! Look at it! Yes!
Well, we nearly spoke too soon, but thankfully a combination of Max and Dowdy was able to keep Sorgel's latest effort out, making it 1-1 at half-time.
Starting with the negatives or the positives, right?
Hey?
Starting with the negatives or the positives?
Mate, well, first up, first 10-15 minutes, boys. First 10-15 minutes, we weren't on it, we weren't good enough. We said in the goal, we said in the changing room, we said in the WhatsApp group, got to be up for this, got to be keen, got to be ready, and we fucking weren't. Okay, we weren't at all. They deserved to go up, and they were a man down when they went up too. Okay, that wasn't good enough. The response was significantly better. Since they've had their heads had a wobble and they've gone all over the place, we've been a better team. Okay, they moved the ball around nice, but there's been no real threat. They take big long throw-ins, we're set up, we're dealing with them. Right, we're doing well for all those things. The final ball has to be better. The final ball's got to be better, and we've got to watch that offside line. Okay, I know it's tough to watch offside, we don't always have to watch them because we haven't got a line, but we've got one today, so we've got to be on the ball for it. The early ball's got to go if it can, right? If someone's making that run, you've got to pass them the ball because otherwise they're going to be stood offside. We're too guilty of 3, 4, 5 extra touches. Doesn't have to be, right? Take the pot shots, take the chances. We're on top. Last 10-15 minutes of this game, we're on top, and it's looked like we're edging it and edging it and edging it. And we look like we're getting there. If this half had gone on 5 minutes longer, we may have even took the lead, right? Got to keep the intensity up, got to keep going, and we have to find a voice. It's far too quiet. We're waiting for the ball to go out, and I was like, come on, Dee! It's not good enough, you've got to find a voice, you've got to scream, shout and bollock each other. You've got to get in there, win the first ball, win the second ball. Don't let them think they've got a foothold in the game, because they want to have, and they want to play the ball around nice. Let's go and earn this cup, come on. Come on, Dee!
With the team talk out the way, If Ryan's words can't motivate the lads, maybe Dan's can instead.
Oh, come, he's right. He isn't right, lads. You don't say anything. We're all stood there and up going, no one's asking for the ball. Ask for the fucking ball. Just say, I want the ball. Come on. You're all looking at Sam run over with 4 players on him. Look and go, what the fuck's he going to do here? Come over and help him. Ask for it.
Criticism's only criticism because we want to win, boys. If we were casual, then we're fucking off, wouldn't we?
Doesn't work with 3 lads, does it? It works with 11 of you. Want the ball, otherwise don't fucking be on there.
After Dan's constructive bollocking, we're ready for the second half of the final game in the final episode in, well, the final. This game is firmly in the balance for both sides, but let's hope for a better second half, and more importantly, some silverware at the end of it.
Straight in, Dee!
However, much like the first, Sorgle had made a quick start to the half, as they looked to attack down the right-hand side once again.
Got it! You've got him! Well done, Drew!
Thankfully, they can't find the target once again, although here they come again with a throw this time, and after a cross-field pass, the ball is under control by the number 9. Speaking of which, we haven't mentioned him in a while. And just like that, after a quick turn and a tidy finish, the number 9 has put Sorgle 2-1 up. If the D needed a wake-up call before, they definitely need one now, as we're 13 minutes into the half already. And we're back underway, and already, the Rangers' backline is under pressure once again. Thankfully, however, Dowdy is there to hammer Sam's dodgy back pass away, but it's falling straight back to the Sorgle midfield.
Get him, pick up a loose ball in there! Come on, Pez.
The lads living a little too dangerously at the back there, but thankfully Dowdy was there to bail them out. A chance down the other end would be nice. Please. Sadly, Gaz can't get his header on target. Now it's time for some fresh legs. What's better than one Craig, I hear you ask? Another Craig, as he's coming on for Zach, and Dan comes on for Pez. Here's to hoping they can make a quick impact on this game, as one moment and one chance could quickly change things here.
Tom, what are we doing? Boys, come on, heads up! It's not over!
Come on. Hey, we talked all the game. Find a voice, and we let it go quiet, and that's happened.
It's bad enough to concede like that in any game, but even more so in a cup final. Having played 61 minutes so far, there's still time, but the uphill struggle has become a lot steeper. Sorgle sense blood, however, and are going for the kill, as they know a 4th will kill any hooped hopes. The 4th might not be too far away, however, as the 9's in behind, and he's only got Dowdy to beat. Thankfully, however, he misses his chance for Sorgle's 4th, and with 25 minutes gone of this half already, it's now time for a water break. A big 20 minutes remain, but it's going to take a mighty effort. But if anyone can do it, surely it's the mighty D. We're back underway once again, and as Dowdy's kick hangs in the Blaken air, we're hoping for a bit of magic from someone, or a bit of luck from somewhere. So, that soft free kick will definitely do. Thanks, Terry. But more importantly, can Gaz put the ball in the onion bag?
So that's what's happening when it's done.
Back him up!
Agonisingly, he smashed a post. Nothing happened from the free kick after it, so I'm not going to waste your time. But, speaking of time, it's time for more subs, as Niall and Pez come on for Max and Sam. After the subs, we're approaching the 42nd minute here, but there's still time for another free kick, it seems.
All over it.
After the number 4 receives a pat on the back and a yellow for his foul, the D have another free kick in a promising area. Is there a glimmer of hope still? Sadly not. But with Sorgall back in possession of the ball, they're winding the clock down as expected, and as they go back towards their own half, it reminds me, we haven't mentioned their keeper in a while. If that went in, that certainly would have been the final nail in the D's coffin today. We're deep into added time here, so it's up to the ref's discretion on how long is left. So, there's a chance for one last roll of the dice, with Digger coming on for Jason. After the sub, once again, Sorgall had the ball, and it looks like the number 8 fancies one last run. After Jordan stops him in his tracks, nothing happened from the free kick, but with the whistle just about to go, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to get the ball back in play. So, there you have it. Sadly for the D, retaining the cup just wasn't meant to be today, and it's back to being the bridesmaid once again. And as the dust settles on a warm day in Blacon, it's time to get the trophy presentation underway. And there's only one thing left to do, and that's to collect them out.
So they're trying to give us your trophies anyway. We got last year. It's alright, they're giving us the winners' medals anyway.
Yeah, I think they give you the wrong medal. Huh? I think they give me the wrong medals.
It would help if they were given the right ones. On that comical note, this is where this story comes to an end. Or is it? One thing is for certain, however. It's goodbye for now, I guess.
What's it with you and that fucking camera? I've got my top on.
I know.